So yesterday was January 6th, the worst day in American history, where democracy was under attack. All right. Yet the Senate Democrats led by Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries, they gathered dozens of lawmakers for the vigil, vowing never to allow another violent insurrection. Shut up, man. Like, oh my gosh, I'm so tired of this. Like, this is such performative garbage. No one actually cares about January 6th. Meanwhile, the Trump White House launched White House Gov J6, portraying the protesters as peaceful until security lapses provoked them. This is true. This is true. They were peaceful. And most of them were just walking through the Capitol building, guided by Capitol Police, blaming Nancy Pelosi for inadequate preparation and honoring 5 deaths connected to the riots, including Ashley Babbitt. Trump pardoned over 1,500 charged participants on his first day back in office in 2025, calling it a correction of injustice, while Democrats decried it as endorsing lawlessness amid ongoing disputes over the event's causes and security failures. Look, so I said it's gayer than being gay, but they held a candlelit vigil to honor the 5th anniversary of January 6th. Why are they closing their eyes? What are you doing? Like what? Are you honoring the fallen victims like Ashley Babbitt who were unjustly shot and killed? I forget stupid. Is that Jasmine Crockett? I don't know who that is, but like, look, these Senate Democrats, so retarded. This performative gay stunt. Literally, what are they doing? What are they doing? It is so embarrassing. Like Mazie Hirono, the worst boba lip, freaking sellout. Look at this. Oh my gosh, they're so performative. Like praying. What are you praying? What are you praying about? Who are you praying to? Oh, we're gonna have a candlelit vigil honoring the victims of January 6th, except for Ashley Babbitt and those who were killed unjustly. So retarded. So retarded. They're acting as if it was like a tragedy. What tragedy? Nothing happened except some innocent people died. And look, JD Vance putting sombreros with Hakeem Jeffries and Chuck Schumer. So great. So great. Thank you, JD. And remember, like 5 years ago, Rep. AOC was nearly raped and killed by Trump voters inside the Capitol on January 6th, but she wasn't even inside the building when it happened.
I didn't think that I was just going to be killed. I thought other things were going to happen to me as well.
So what sounds like what you're telling me right now is that you didn't only think that you were going to die, you thought you were going to be raped.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't laugh at when people are genuinely under threats of rape and things like that. I think it's awful and evil, okay? But this is so performative.
I thought I was.
I thought I was. I was genuinely gonna get killed and raped. And I wasn't even in the building that day. She wasn't even in the building. She wasn't even in the building. And she thought she was gonna get raped and killed. Freaking so performative. It's all a clown show. It's all a clown show.
I think that I was just going to be killed. I thought other things were going to happen to me as well.
So what sounds like what you're telling me right now is that you didn't only think that you were going to die, you thought you were going to be raped.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought I was.
Women are so retarded. This is the average woman conversation. They sit in front of each other and they indulge each other's delusions and they inflate each other's egos. That is literally just the quintessential modern woman conversation, isn't it, chat? Women just sit with each other. Oh my gosh, were you scared? I was so scared. I wasn't even in a building, but I was scared. They were gonna kill me. Oh, but you thought they were gonna rape you too, huh? Yeah, they were gonna rape me. How brave you are. You're so brave. You weren't even in the Capitol building, but you're so brave. Oh my gosh, dude. Oh my gosh. Bro. It's just so unbelievable. Unbelievable. Now, don't get me wrong. AOC is attractive. So AOC, she gets a pass in my book just because she's cute. She's hot. But no, it's just so funny. So funny. Manufactured outrage. It's just so funny. So, want to know the truth? So the White House came out with this. Thousands of Americans paid the price for failures they didn't create. President Trump delivered pardons. Pelosi admitted responsibility. The media lied. The real J6, Donald J. Trump. President Trump took decisive action to pardon January 6th defendants who were unfairly targeted, charged, and used as political example. So true. Since January 6, 2021, Nancy Pelosi spent over 3 years and nearly $20 million in taxpayer funds on her partisan selection committee, producing a scripted TV spectacle to fabricate an insurrection narrative and pin all blame on President Trump. So true. Video and audio recordings, including unaired HBO footage from her own daughter, show Nancy Pelosi repeatedly acknowledging responsibility for the catastrophic security failures, admitting we had totally failed and I take full responsibility. Not having the National Guard pre-deployed despite intelligence warnings and President Trump's offers of troops that were ignored under her leadership as Speaker. Though
we have responsibility, Terry. We did not have any accountability for what was going on there, and we should have. This is ridiculous. You're going to ask me in the middle of the thing when they've already breached the inaugural stuff that should we call the Capitol Police? I mean the National Guard? Why weren't the National Guard there to begin with?
They thought that they had sufficient resources.
That is not a question of how they had. They don't know. They clearly didn't know, and I take responsibility for not having them just prepare for more.
So she takes responsibility. But ultimately she rejected when Trump said, hey, I can help deploy the National Guard, and she rejected it. So it's all performative. It was all scripted. It's just so dumb. Nothing actually happened, okay? Nothing actually happened. And then police weren't murdered by Trump supporters, okay? That didn't actually happen. That was all fabrications. The main person who died from the January 6th insurrection was Ashley Babbitt, who was unjustly killed by Capitol Police officers, okay? Otherwise, it's just such performative garbage. So who cares? I can't wait for the day where we just move on from this. It's been 5 years. It's been 5 years. We're done. Who cares? No one cares about January 6th anymore. No one. Let's move on.